Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Pele. My friends, each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes. That is your hard work, making sure that you follow the nuances of the market every single day. That's the only way you're going to learn this. You're going to learn it by doing it. Let's jump into these charts. Interesting, markets bounding up some for the day. You can see, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of the chart for those listening, we see a green up candle at the end of the day on the S&P 500, up 0.92%. We still have a red down candle that is forming. We are still short the market. Now, we are paying close attention as to what's going on. We had a green up candle before back last Thursday, right about the time all of this started moving down. So we will pay attention. It could be that this move is over and that it is turning around. Did you guys set your the 2-day ATR to take your initial profits? How did that work for you? Are you paying attention and following the rules? What are the rules? You take profits when you hit one-time ATR on the profit side, and then you can either take the whole profit there, or as we like to do most of the time, that is leave the other half, sell half the trade, leave the other half to let it run. If the market keeps going in the right direction, if it turns back around, then you can close that and still keep some of the profit from the first half. But it allows you to take an initial profit and then let the other half of the trade run if it keeps going. And does it keep going sometimes? I don't know. Let's look at when the market turned around back on 30 October and started moving up. Ran for quite a while, then ended this week and then started up again and ran for a long, long while. So that would have done and did do very nicely in our practice trades, did it not? Yes, it did. Now, where we are right now, we're still below on price on both the 2-day, we're well below the weekly trend line, and we are on the half day. But we don't want to lose all of that gain, so we will continue to pay attention. Now, the NASDAQ, we can see lots of flux there on price at the end of the day, down in the morning and turning around in the afternoon up 1.01%. We look at the 2-day, still moving down. This is the first day of the latest 2-day candle. We're well below the weekly trend line on both the half day and the 2-day. And of course, we are still short the market. Now, we will pay close attention and see which way this is going to shake out. Will it resort to, again, as we love to say, all things being equal, market tends to move in the direction of the largest chart. It does until it doesn't. The trend is your friend until the end. So again, we have to pay attention. That's what we're doing. Let's look at where we are with 20-year bonds. They've been around the same place now for many, many days. You can see it on the 2-day. You can see it on the half day. You can see it on the weekly. And again, down a little bit, 0.17%. We'll see which way this is going. We're still short. We're below on the 2-day and the half day on that weekly trend line, and we'll see which way this market leads us. Now let's take a look at gold. Gold pulling back strongly for the day, 2.47%. Down in the morning, big time, down some more in the afternoon. Look at all that volume in the morning. We're already more than halfway up to average volume on that 2-day chart, and we broke through that trend line pretty strongly. We have a doji for the week, so the up move in gold may be petering off. Now again, with all this up move in gold, of course, you would have had the opportunity, if you had jumped into that, to take at least the first half of your profit and let the rest of it ride. So we will keep an eye on things. If you went ahead and sold when you saw things popping through the trend line today, that's fine. You can do that. You can have any number of reasons to pull your trade. Now, of course, when it clearly goes into a red candle on the weekly chart, that is definitely a reason to give serious, full consideration. Very few reasons not to pull that trade. as that is even developing. You have a lot of good reasons to do it. You have reasons to do it if you break the trend line. There's any number of reasons. And of course, when we enter a trade, we want to go ahead and have those established. How do we establish those? Well, we establish it on what we've learned from practice trading the chart over and over and over again. We come up with those reasons based upon our past education. And again, our experience with the particular ETF or stock that we are trading. That's why we want to practice trade what it is we're going to trade for real in the future quite a while. Backtrack, see what the indicators are, look at the time periods in the past, similar, the same month, same week perhaps. Back in time, look at how it goes through each quarter, see what there is to learn and what patterns repeat. All sorts of good ways to come up with it. Of course, the strongest thing, use one time your ATR to again lock in those profits when you hit that first big profit center, and then you can let the rest of that trade ride. So here's where we are for the day. Gold down 2.47%. And again, a big pullback in gold. Typically, when things pop off that much, now we could see gold the rest of the week start to move up. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to pull the trade now. This kind of stuff can turn around. It is possible. It is Monday. It's not Friday, but we will keep a close eye on where things are on gold. Now, what about HODL? That is the Bitcoin ETF. It is up for the day 3.59%, 24-hour a day Bitcoin up 2.41%. Now again, we have a little doji forming there. We can see the 2-day chart sitting right there on not much of a trend line. We can see where the half day has been moving up 1, 2, 3 days, pushing up strongly. Now again, we've seen some green candles, but over the course of this latest move down, we only have one red down candle. As I was telling you, I was hoping things would move down strongly for a while, and they still may. This may just be a bump up on Monday, but we are paying close attention to see if indeed Bitcoin is already starting to turn around. We will wait, we will watch, we will see. We are now 16 weeks into the new chart. We have one more month to go after this week, and then we'll start getting our average line for our volume, our average volume line. We already have it on the 2-day. You can see this little black line here. Already have it on the half day. Don't have it on the weekly yet. That's why we keep converting over to the 24-hour a day Bitcoin chart. And hey, for those of you who've stuck with us long enough and are interested in gold, let's check out GDX. Now again, this is for you guys that have hung around. Look at GDX. This was our, wonderful trade on gold because it was so clear that it was turning around. These are gold miners. And of course, they popped up really strong that same week that gold hit its high on the 8th of April. Pulled back last week with a spinning top, and this week really hammering over, leaving that. Really, you can see how much energy gold has lost. So again, can it recover? Yes, but very doubtful. More likely to be looking to go short gold by the end of the week, but it could just get sloppy, slide sideways a little bit, digest some of these gains for a while, and then move up again. But I would not count a lot on that. If you look back here, when you see gold moving up and when it makes a decent move up, now it pulled back here with a spinning top. We go all the way back to April of last year. Then it popped up a little bit more, going a little bit higher, and then died for quite a while. So again, not a lot to gain there. And then, of course, going short later worked out for you. You see, though, you didn't have any volume there to really get you into that short down. As things, again, popped back over, you really didn't have any volume to get you into any of that till you could have gotten in there way late in that move. It did go down enough, probably to get you one-time ATR. But again, We don't really short gold unless we're going to jump into puts because there is no real inverse fund for gold. I mean, there is DGZ, but it is so illiquid. That is, there's a huge spread between the bid and the ask. We don't play around with it. I like to practice trading gold going up. That is where we are at the end of the day on Monday. Another exciting week rolling out for us. I hope you're spending 10 to 15 minutes each and every day doing all the practice trading you can. Always love to hear from you guys who appreciate what we do. Then why not support us at our Patreon page? First thing you're going to get is Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way, plus our 20 weekly vertical crossovers we attempt to find for you every week on the S&P 500. And of course, our 3-wave trades and early access to charting cryptos, commodities, and currencies. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.